Hello, and welcome to my cooking show, where you guys get to watch a powerlifter try to get less fat while hitting his boring macro plan and making a meal that tastes good, isn't difficult to make, and lets him hit those macro targets. Yeah, I probably could have came up with a better video idea, but I mean, we're here, cameras are out, and I am hungry, so let's get cooking. But before we do that, it is probably worth getting a lay of the land and talking about where the diet currently is. Started at around 285 a month ago, down to 269, and in that process, I've made 2 calorie drops. So we started around 3,600. Now I'm down to about 3,000 to 3,200 calories. Current macros are aiming for 250 protein, about 325 carbs, and about 80-85 fat, depending on the day. And so far, I am enjoying the freedom that a macro-based plan allows because it lets me do things like make meals where my primary carb and fat source is Mr. Noodles. Yes, I am absolutely a child. To get this going, first thing we need is a nice bowl to put our noodles in. And then all we're going to do is put the old noodles into the bowl. These are actually shockingly hard to open the package, so bear with me. I swear I'm not just like hamming up the difficulty of opening the bag for the camera. And then my strategy is step one, after the step one of getting the bowl and the other step one of putting the noodles in the bowl, is to open the soup base and then sprinkle it all on top. Now we got super secret step number 2 that makes it a whole lot tastier, which is reaching in the fridge and grabbing ourselves an egg. Gonna try to do like the fancy pants one hand eggshell cracking where I just annihilated it and just, but I mean, we got it open with one hand and that went worse than I would have loved, and I got egg yolk all over my finger, so we're gonna wash that off. But what I like to do is I like to kind of grab a fork and then kind of like mush the egg into the noodles. And like, I don't know if it is a real thing or not, but I swear as soon as I started mashing the egg into the noodles with my fork, it started tasting better and working better. So that is the method that we are going to be sticking with. And then I guess I got to drag the camera over here so I can illustrate my super scientific approach for getting the right amount of water into the bowl, but basically into the sink. And then I'm literally just trying to put enough water in that the water goes halfway up the nudie boys. And then once water's in the bowl, all we're going to do, head over to Mr. Microwave-arino, plop her in, set the timer to 130. Then we're going to press start, but we're also going to stop talking because the microwave interferes with my wireless microphone and it makes the audio go to shit, and I don't want to put you guys through that. And just like that, minute 30 is donezo. You can kind of see the nudie egg blendy guy. I should go to the other camera. Look at that, where we squish the egg in. Looks, I don't know, absolutely delicious. I'm not a chef, don't judge me. But we're going to get that fork back. I'm going to flip the sucker over. Going to start to smush the noodles in lightly into the bowl. Just trying to spread them out a little bit, break some up a little bit so they're not too stringy. And once I am done that, I'm going to turn on the scale and then get the secondary ingredients out that I already got out while the microwave was going. But anywho, we're adding chicken, going for 140 grams. This is just chicken breast that we cooked in the Instant Pot on slow cook and then shredded afterwards, really hoping that I have enough in here to hit the 140 because we're a little low and I got some, fresh breasties in the Instant Pot right now, but okay, sick. That is our 140 gram point. And then broccoli slaw, get a little bit of vegetables because Joel is probably watching this. And if I didn't put vegetables in my food, he would yell at me. And just going for about 80 grams here just to kind of keep things consistent. A little more. And that is the sweet spot. Now, we're just going to chuck her back in the microwave for another minute 30 to finish cooking the noodles and warm up the chicken and warm up the veggies. This is what optimal microwave opening technique looks like. Optimal. But I mean, that is it. And like right now, doesn't look like a whole lot, but we're going to add a couple more little things in here to spice it up. Waiting for the scale to 0. Give me a moment. But we're going to add ourselves a serving of sriracha sauce. Nailed it. And then a nice hefty sprinkling of salt, because the ramen isn't salty enough already. And now we are going to stir it up, and this is where you'll kind of see the magic happen. And I think like the biggest reason I like putting the egg in is that it makes the texture a whole lot creamier, and it almost like seems to absorb a little bit more of the water than it would if I didn't have the egg. And we kind of get this ooey gooey, spicy, chickeny, noodly, just conglomeration of yumminess that I am now very, 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 very excited to sit down and consume if autofocus would work. I don't know. Hopefully that's focused enough. But if you guys are wondering what the macros look like on the sucker, put them in the phone while it was microwaving for round 2. And for this meal, we are looking at 57 grams of protein, 53 grams of carbs, 24 grams of fat, and 665 calories. With my macro goals, that's pretty damn okay. And it probably is a little bit higher in fat than I would love, but it also tastes delicious, so I am willing to accept that trade-off. So yeah, that's a little diet and macro update and a little bit of what I'm doing to put things that taste good into those macros that don't blow the whole plan up to smithereens. And if you guys like this video, let me know and I'll think about making another. If you guys freaking hated it, also let me know and I will gladly never make one of these again. And don't forget to hit the links below, grab one of the limited Thrasher tees, or join the team and I can help you out with your stuff.